Why are you always hypnotized by the content you're viewing, and then 4 hours later you realize that you spend watching TikToks? We're gonna find out today. Today we're gonna learn how to do the actual real stuff in real life, which is gonna bring you joy, results, and happiness. It's gonna help you to concentrate, produce the energy in the most natural, easy way without forcing yourself. Let's get started. First, if you can sit and watch videos for 4 or 5 hours straight in a row, the good news is there is nothing wrong with your concentration. In fact, you have it. The problem is it's directed in a wrong direction. But you can't seem to just tell yourself, no, stop watching it. Why? Because we all have certain needs and desires. It can be different for every single person. Some people have a need in attention, some people have need in closeness, some people have need in status. It can be really different for each person, but it's usually quite similar. We all are not that super different from each other. And those needs and desires you need to see reflected in your real life. If you're not gonna actually put it out there in your reality through actions, your subconscious mind is always gonna look for ways to somehow make it happen in your life. For example, through your phone, because you're getting certain emotions from those type of videos. When you realize that it's kind of time to stop, already you've heard everything possible and now you're listening to the same information again and again and again. Because in real life, your need for that life or that experience or that desire, it's not realized. You're not living that life you want. And your phone is the only place where that dream finds the place to be existing. When you're constantly watching videos about status, that rich, beautiful life, those successful businesswomen, businessmen, but in reality, you're working on some regular job, you're a contractor, whatever it is, basically your lifestyle is completely different from what you're watching. You can't just tell yourself, okay, stop watching this. It's just not gonna work, because your need and your desire is searching for some type of outlet in the real world. Your need is always going to try to get out of you in the outside world. If you're a practitioner, nutritionist, psychologist, a coach, whatever it can be, and you're gonna stop watching those videos, but in real life you're not coaching, you're not being a therapist, you're not sharing your knowledge, and you're not doing consultation, what you will start doing is you're gonna now start to teach everyone around you how to live, how it's right to think, how it's right to eat. You're gonna give advices to everyone, dropping like a water on their brain, and it's gonna be really annoying. Why? Because you need an outlet for your knowledge, for your passion, for your desire, for your need. If you're just gonna consume the content but you're not gonna learn it anywhere in real life, you're not gonna take the courses, you're not gonna go study it, you're not gonna practice it, you're not gonna do nothing with it, your passion is not developing in any way in real life, it can really go in some destructive direction. For example, if you're a therapist but you're not actually working as a therapist, you're not giving consultations, you're not actually growing your passion, your hobby, you're not prospering from it, what you're gonna do is start giving people advices all the time, and you're gonna start breaking relationship with other people. I'm gonna give you a real good example when people have a need for closeness. Currently, there is a lot of men who have that need to be close, to be intimate with a woman. There is a lot of men who suffer with the addiction to porn, OnlyFans, online content. They have some type of girlfriends online, on Discord, on OnlyFans, who they can text any second and she's gonna answer back to him. Or they have some type of subscriptions on OnlyFans for $5-10, some type of delusion that they have a girlfriend online who can always answer back to him and cover their needs. And they're under the delusion that their need for closeness or intimate contact is satisfied. But the reality is they don't actually have a real contact with a real person. It's just non-existent. Their addiction starts to grow and develop even more, and it becomes even more complicated for them to socialize and to get in contact with a real woman. And that man can be under a real delusion that, oh, well, I have a real online girlfriend, and even my needs for sexual connection or some type of connection are being satisfied and I'm happy. There I am, I'm a man, I'm an alpha man, I achieved that. And in real life, he cannot get it because it's too hard for him to communicate with a real person, not just a woman, but with a real person. So he starts to deny the reality, and he starts to say that he is child-free, that he's a lonely wolf, that he's always going to be alone, no one can understand him, that he is misunderstood, but his needs are still not satisfied. So he doesn't have a close contact with a woman, but his addiction is growing and desire is growing more and more and more and more. Most people will not be able to become millionaires just the next day, but at least you will start from admitting that, okay, I have a need to have my own business, to live a good life when I don't need to worry about money. And you start by first of all being very self-aware and admitting it. And then you're gonna start asking yourself questions. What is it I need to do? How can I make it happen? Maybe you always wanted to have your own brand. So what do I need to do for that? Maybe I can start from researching suppliers on Alibaba or AliExpress. Maybe I can go to wholesale factories to find a sample or something and try to make it happen. This should be a crucial moment for you when you're gonna decide, how am I gonna put out there in the world my need and my desire? Because it's not gonna go anywhere. Am I gonna choose to keep watching other people and how they're doing it? Or I'm gonna become addicted to my own activities, my own life, my own business, and how I'm trying to make it come true? That's the choice you'll have to make. If it's gonna fail or it's gonna succeed, it doesn't actually matter. The point will be to just finally create something instead of scrolling the content endlessly. And then in 10 years, you're gonna be 40, 50, and you're still scrolling and you're still watching and you're still hoping and you're still dreaming. Or today after work, I'm gonna go to search for some samples, gonna text people, gonna find out, gonna learn and start doing it. And my focus will start shifting in the right direction. Yeah, at first you can think all the things, and by the way, no one protects you from that. It can actually happen. Yeah, the sample you can order may be wrong. It can be actually such a bad quality. The person you're talking to can lie to you. This is all really, really possible. But what's gonna happen is you're gonna finally get that wave of energy because your passion is finally found an outlet in real life for real actions. Even if it doesn't get a huge response from other people, even if it doesn't succeed, even if you don't become a millionaire the next day, if you don't become popular the next day, but you're gonna be happy because your body is finally doing something it really wanted to do for a long time. And then you're gonna get even more energy to continue doing more and more and more and try different stuff. You're gonna get more energy. You're gonna stop wanting to scroll those videos in the most natural way, and you're gonna start watching videos on how actually create my brand, how actually do this, something really, really useful. You're gonna start talking to your friend. Do you know this person? Do you know that person? You're gonna be busy making it happen. You're gonna start looking for completely different things. You're gonna want it so bad that you're just not gonna be able to not do it. Don't tell yourself off that you're in a constant, endless, vicious circle, keep doing the same stuff and cannot stop scrolling. Instead, stop, analyze, reflect, and take action. What is my desire? What is my need? What is it I'm looking for in this content? Why am I scrolling? What is it I like there? Where am I getting emotions from in those videos? And how can I make it happen in a real life? Even if no one will ever know about it, what is it I'm looking for there? And try to give it to yourself. Without some crazy goal that I for sure have to succeed, I for sure have to not fail. Just do it maximum level, not perfectly, but just do it. We all live in a world of systems. The solar system, the educational system, the government system, just many systems. Even the way we communicate is also a system. I'm recording the videos, you're watching the video. Even relationships is a system, and a human being has 4 main systems. Me and my own relationship with myself. The second place is mine and my relationship with my partner. Third place we have me and my parents. And the fourth place is you and your work, you and your creation, you as a creator, you and your place in this world. Each system needs a certain goal, and once this goal is non-existent or it breaks or something goes wrong, the whole system breaks. It stops happening the way it should be, and you don't get a sincere happiness and fulfillment from this system. I'll give you an example on me. I've been studying nutrition and naturopathy for the last year. I've been trying to start a business for the last few years and create a brand. And I've been watching those videos for a long time. And then I realized that I'm not really enjoying that much watching those videos anymore. And it's about that time to do something with my interest. The system has to progress. So what I decided to do is, from watching the content, I started to create my own brand, which I created. I started to study naturopathy and nutrition, which I've done. I tried to professionally help myself and other people. It was time for me to take it to the next level, so it's more interesting for me. If I wouldn't do that, this knowledge will just stay with me, and it would be eating me from the inside, and I would be just walking around and giving advices to all my family, to my friends all day, and teach people how to live. I done it for me. I want to learn it. I've done something to make it happen. What is the next step? For me right now, it will be to start doing consultations, to actually start earning money on this and working in that industry and continue growing my knowledge. So it's easy to understand that this is something I like to do, I enjoy doing. You don't need to force me to do that, and I do that every day. What is the next step? What am I supposed to do? Create a website where I offer consultation, maybe start a YouTube channel where I'm gonna talk about that with people, share my knowledge, talk to people. That is gonna give me energy. But if I wouldn't do that, I would continue watching for 8 hours in a row those videos about it and how other people do it, because I kind of cannot stop watching it, but it's already making me like sick to my stomach to keep watching it. And this confused and mixed feelings, like, yeah, you're kind of like enjoying it, you're getting pleasure, but at the same time it's already like so enough, and it's a bit destructive, and you don't want to do that, and you keep doing it every day, and it doesn't get out there in the world, it doesn't become reality for you, and you just keep doing it like a vicious circle. And you start feeling dehydrated and hungry because those videos keep taking your energy. This content just keeps sucking out your energy, and there is no actions, real actions out there in a physical world. So it turns out that you know everything, but you're not doing anything. So if you are a person who already has certain knowledge, think, what is the next step? Maybe you need to find a coach who can help you to structure your knowledge, or to come to a realization what exactly you need to do. Maybe you need to find a product which you need to sell in that industry. Maybe you need to become consultant or coach or a mentor in that area. Start teaching. But the point is, if you're not gonna satisfy this need, it's gonna keep growing and you're gonna be more and more unsatisfied. So stop criticizing yourself and start analyzing yourself and planning. How can you turn your addiction, your desire, your dream into something in your own physical world? Maybe not perfectly, but it's gonna exist. As soon as you start doing it, even completely wrong, completely not perfectly, you start having so much energy to keep trying, keep doing so many new ideas, because it's gonna start evolving, it's gonna start moving, you know, like a wheel. You're gonna start having desire and energy to make it come true in the real life. Thank you so much for watching this video.